Hey everybody, it is Miss Caravelli. I just wanted to take a minute to kind of go over your conclusion paragraph. I felt like we were kind of rushed for time today, and I want to make sure that everybody understood what they were supposed to do. Okay, so first of all, your conclusion paragraph is the very last paragraph in your Veterans Day essay or your thematic essay. Your conclusion paragraph is the last thing that your reader is going to see. So you want to make sure that you leave them with your points and that they remember what is most important. Okay, so I am right now going to the thematic essay module. That is the very last module. And I'm going to go to my example. I'm then going to go back and I'm going to pull up the transition document. So remember, you're going to have a transition word or phrase at the beginning of your conclusion paragraph. So I'm going to go ahead and go to that. So I will have it ready. Okay, so looking at my essay, I got rid of all of my highlighting like I asked you to today, and then the only thing I want you to highlight is your thesis statement. Your thesis statement should be the last sentence of your introductory paragraph, and the reason why we're highlighting that is because you're going to use that to write your conclusion paragraph. So as you can see, mine says, veterans have sacrificed so much for our country. They left their families to fight for others. They put themselves in harm's way, and they sacrificed their mental health. So now I'm going to go to the end of my paper. So I am going to press enter, and I don't have to press tab because it indents for me. If it doesn't indent for you, you need to press tab. As you can see, I still have all this mumbo jumbo right here because I need to go back and finish my third body paragraph. So this is my third body paragraph. This should be your fifth paragraph, okay? So the very first sentence of your conclusion is still going to be called your topic sentence. Your topic sentence is going to be you restating your thesis statement. So I wrote right here, your topic sentence, restate your thesis. Do not use the same wording. I'm going to get rid of all this. So when I say restate your thesis, like you're saying it again, but you're saying it in a different way. So you're going to have a transition and then restating your thesis. So my transition was in conclusion. So here are a few options: in conclusion, in summary, to summarize, finally, to sum up. I'm going to go to this document. Let's see. You could say furthermore. You could say, let's see, y'all can look at all of this. To repeat. For this reason, it must be remembered. Let's go back here to sequence. Finally, I can't find any more. Okay, I know there's more in here, guys, but I'm just trying to move a little bit faster. Okay, so I'm going to keep in conclusion. So you have to put a comma after your transition. So in conclusion, so my 3 points are: veterans leave their families, they put their bodies in danger, and they put their mental health in danger. Okay, so I said in conclusion, veterans leave their loved ones to fight for our country. They risk their physical health, and there's a chance that they will come back with PTSD or other mental difficulties. Okay, so that's me restating my thesis statement. The next part, as you can see right here, is you're going to summarize your main points. You have 3 main points, so you should give me like a sentence for your first point, a sentence for your second point, and a sentence for your third point. If you want to write it in a different way and you can merge all that together and not just have a short sentence for each one, that would be great. But the point of this is like your commentary, like for your other paragraphs, but you are telling them your main points again. You're not saying it exactly the way that you said it earlier. They already heard that. You just want to leave them with like a lasting, like, okay, here are my points. I want you to remember this. So I started with, when veterans leave their families, they can miss major milestones. Not only could they miss out on important life events, but their physical appearance could be different when they return. And then I'm going to talk about their mental health. And y'all know I'm terrible at thinking on the spot. So I'm going to say another, as stated in an earlier paragraph, veterans also put their mental health in danger. And remember, I can go back and change this if I want to. Okay, so those are my 3 points. And again, I'm going to go back over this and maybe think of a better way to say it. I'm just kind of getting my thoughts down. Now my last part is my call to action. So right here, your call to action. Your call to action is like, okay, well, your reader just read this. What do you want them to do now? So you need to give them something to do with this information. Like, I know that you wrote it because I told you to write it, but I want you to think about it in a different way. Like, what is your purpose? Why are you writing this? What do you want someone to take away from this? So when I think about this essay, well, I want people to start remembering veterans on, like, all year, show veterans more respect, tell others about the sacrifices that veterans have made. And honestly, I think that writing this essay has really made me stop and think about all the things that I take for granted, like the fact that I get to be with my family, that I get to have freedom of religion, I get to come to this great school. So I want others to stop and think about their many blessings. Okay. Now in this part, the call to action, you can use first person pronouns, okay? So I'm going to say something like, right here, I said it. I hope that after reading this essay, you stop to think about how much veterans have done for us and for our country. When writing this essay, I had the opportunity to really think about how blessed I am. I realize that all of these blessings come from God, but I also know that veterans played a part in many of the freedoms that I have today. I urge you to thank a veteran any chance that you get. Veterans deserve our gratitude every day, not just on Veterans Day. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of all of this. Before I turn my essay in, I'm going to go back and fix all this mumbo jumbo. Okay, so let's say you finish all your paragraphs, and the first thought is, I'm about to turn this thing in. No, stop. You do not need to turn this thing in because you need to read over your essay. So what I need for you to do is I need you to sit in front of the mirror or just sit in your room, sit somewhere quietly, and I need you to read this out loud to yourself. If you read this out loud to yourself, you are going to catch so many mistakes. If there is a red or a blue line under it, that is for a reason. So I want you to look at that and see why that could be there and fix it. Okay, those should be the obvious mistakes. Just because you fix a red line or a blue line does not mean that all of your corrections are fixed. There are things that the blue and red lines do not catch. You have got to go back and read it. This is a test grade. It is important. And take pride in the fact that we have spent 2 weeks writing this, okay? And the fact that this is you writing about a veteran, somebody that's very special. So right here, this blue line, I know I need to check it. I'm going to click that, and I had my spacing wrong or something, so I fix it. That's one that I can just fix. Right here, obviously, that is all messed up because I have to actually write words. So check over it before you think you're going to turn it in. So when you're ready to turn it in, you're going to go back to Canvas. You're going to go to Modules. You're going to go down to the thematic essay module. You're going to go to Assignment Turn In. You're going to click that, and you're going to upload it as a PDF. So my advice would be you read it over, read it to yourself out loud. If you have a parent or an older sibling that can read it, have them read it. And then I would read it out loud one more time, okay? And then turn it in by 8:15 tomorrow morning. I cannot wait to read your essays, and just let me know if you have any questions.